let's not mess around. Here's your panelists. Clint, Griffin, Justin, and Troy McElroy.
Why are the microphones so close this time? Hi, everybody.
You guys got to hear this dream about Matchbox 20 Travis had last night.
Yeah.
He was just telling me before we walked on, like, I'm supposed to move on from that. Like, I needed some minutes to process it.
I had a dream last night.
We're actually going to do this, huh?
Yeah. What, you're just going to leave him hanging? You're going to bring up the idea and you're not going to answer it?
Go ahead.
Okay. I had to get him to sign something, and I was waiting during a concert because he was performing at a casino, and as he was performing, he was pointing at women to have people take him back to hang out with him in his dressing room, and I wanted him to pick me so I could get him to sign the thing. And then I said, I've never actually seen someone do this in real life, and a guy next to me said, then you're not a real fan. And I said, I'm a huge fan of Matchbox 20, and he said, prove it. And I said, well, I have Matchbox 20 tattoos, and in the dream I did. And then he and I got in physical altercation. And then I did eventually get to talk to Rob Thomas, and I said, Rob Thomas, what was the deal with the women being called back to the dressing room? He said, it's all for show, man. I'm happily married. And that was the end of the dream.
Cool dream. So, Paul, you can go ahead and scratch off the Matchbox 20 dream question that you had. That's been answered.
I don't have any Matchbox 20 questions. I do have a ton of Eve 6 questions. If we
okay.
Okay. Just to sort of start things off, a little discussion point. I was trying to come up with a good introductory question. If you could each think of a particular favorite baller move, or just like a, wow, that's awesome, you did that thing that one of your siblings or father or children has done over the course of the Adventure Zone.
Oh, I have mine right off the top of my head. The moment in Pedals to the Metal where Justin switched places at the end of the race with the Raven. And Taco used the Wano switcheroo to win the race. That absolutely ruled.
Yeah, that was good.
Absolutely
good.
Ruled.
Nice.
Because like I did not see it coming. Like sometimes, like the other one for Griffin is when we were playing Dimension 20, and he and I had talked about like we need to find a way to squish the bad guy inside of me.
Yeah, we really wanted to set up a combo.
And that worked out super great. But like I just didn't see his coming. I'm still waiting on Dad. He's got it in him. No, I'm just kidding.
You can't say that every panel.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
And you don't have to each do one for each of the others.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get a sampling of some.
I'll think on it, Dad, and I'll tell you in private.
You can take it off, Mac.
Okay.
It's a fun gag.
God.
I like how you guys treated that like a reveal.
Like
it's Clint!
It's Kenny Rogers. He's back.
And better than ever.
Okay. Even Kenny would know when to fold him with that beard.
December 26th, I'll lose this beard.
And then it'll grow back right away.
Is this a clue? Is my dad Santa Claus?
Yeah, it's a Boxing Day tradition of the
you see,
reveal
about 2
of the
weeks,
Clint.
Dad killed Tim Allen.
Arms Outstretched was, to me,
that's good shit.
That was extremely cool because that was the first time our characters actually got along with each other and helped each other do something. But no, that was, for me, that was kind of a group baller.
Yeah. I mean, not me. I was actively trying to thwart it. Yeah, I mean, when Justin did his multi-step swindling to get the big sword, I cannot stress the moment of, like, I was delighted. I was proud, like a parent. But also he kind of fucked up the whole sort of power balance of the rest of the season and every live show that has followed thereafter. So that was good. That was very baller. Clint, do you need a definition of the? It's like a cool thing.
I just said the word a few minutes ago.
Yeah, right.
I noticed no one said anything that I did. It was just something Justin did
where
twice,
to pick? Where to pick?
I mean, yeah.
Because you always pull out your incredibly OP sword. And
Well, I also don't need other people to compliment me. I'll take care of that myself. When I fought the people naked as Magnus right outside of the tube, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's great, man.
Don't encourage that.
Mine is more recent. It's in Ether Sea, my character Amber Gree had this shocking stick, and I knew, and it was like,
Wait, it's not what you think.
it's well, they've heard the podcast and all. We're past this point, right? I can't tell when we were. I've lost it, right? I've lost it. Okay, so Griffin, I knew he wasn't gonna let me keep it because it was completely overpowered, and we've already done that dance before, and he made it. It became like a key that I had to insert into something to do the next thing. And I was so proud that he found just an organic, tasteful way of robbing me of my. And I can appreciate the satisfaction he felt at taking away something so grand.
There's nothing Griffin loves more than taking things away from his family.
This,
You should see him with his kids. Oh, left and
Oh
right.
boy,
Whatever he can
they have
do.
so much trivial shit they care about. Oh God.
This actually works well with one of the questions that's been submitted
Which one
already.
of you is the worst dad?
Yeah.
Hey.
This, and by the way, of these three people here, otherwise I'll volunteer.
Yeah, that's true, Paul. You're a real shitty
bad
dad.
dad.
I'm an awful dad.
Oh, boy.
Right, you don't want to know. Please feel free to keep submitting questions, by the way. But A author, or EH author, I assume Canadian author of some sort, actually asked, what's your favorite Ether Sea moment so far? And they love everything to do with old Uncle Joshy.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if this counts because it wasn't even like part of the story, but Steely Dan, the weed van, made me really happy because it felt like we had edited a bit from My Brother and Me into Adventure Zone, and it was just a lot of fun. I like those silly moments.
I'll say all of the like stolen, or no, what do we call it? The Wasted World like intro episodes. With the quiet year, that was so fun. That was so rad. I cannot stress how little I had prepared like for the whole season. Like I had an idea that it was going to be an undersea, weird fantasy kind of underwater space opera sort of thing going on. But that's all I had, and going into that with nothing, and none of us having played the game before, and seeing where we ended up was I never want to do it any other way. It was really rad.
This, by the way, this would go without saying, but just for the record, we're going to assume that everyone here has a reasonably casual relationship with spoilers regarding anything Adventure Zone related right now.
Half the crowd leaves.
Anyone else have any particular Ether Sea moments that come to mind that you have? Go ahead.
What? No, you go ahead, Mac.
Has Zooks and the Squid come out yet?
Guys, here's the thing. We are, for once in our lives, pretty ahead of schedule with recording Ether Sea episodes.
To be fair, he means by like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Which for us is 200% farther than normal.
Especially now because we're about to get into like holiday stuff and we're all going to be all over the place and not able to sort of get in the same, internet room together for a while. So we have a batch.
That's what you guys call it, right? Okay.
But that's actually been a nice thing about, and this isn't a specific thing from Ether Sea, but it's been a nice thing about transitioning to weekly is that you keep it in your head so much better. Like if you do 2 episodes back to back, which we used to do because we would have live shows and stuff going on, we would do 2 back to back, and it would be a month before you recorded again. So it's like, what was happening? Like, what were we even doing? So that's been nice playing weekly, and it feels more like you're playing a game.
I think Zooks has done stuff with a squid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, either that or is going to. The Zooks' interaction and participation with the internal organs of a squid. God, that even sounds worse.
Yeah, it doesn't.
The
It
more
wasn't
you
better.
Couch it, it's worse. It's getting
Okay.
worse.
It's kind of your specialty, Clint.
Yeah.
So.
So if you hear an episode and you get real uneasy about it, that's the moment I'm talking
Right.
about.
Yeah.
Another Ether Sea question specifically for Griffin from Sarah Mina O. Actually, the O's capitalized, so Sarah Mina O asks, how long did it take and how did you come up with your random encounter list for Ether Sea?
Oh, yeah. It took a while. I started working on that while we were still doing graduation because it was like deeply inspired by the wild magic table, which is something that sorcerers have access to. And I really liked that level of just like random bullshit that could either be like completely like inconsequential, or it could be like pretty damning. And so, yeah, I'd been working on that for a while. You know, I didn't know much about the world, and so I left some blanks until we finished like building the world so that I could make a few things that were a little bit more like, you know, made sense in the context of the story we were going to tell. Which got really fun when I was thinking about like the bad stuff, like what a really low roll would look like.
Like a really low.
Like one of the lowest rolls you could think of.
It's like mathematically speaking, like the lowest.
Statistically, it's impossible out of 100 different numbers that you would roll. Like anywhere less than 5 is outlandish.
It's the same odds for any number.
But it doesn't feel like
every number is 1 in 100 chance.
If you haven't,
69 though.
Yeah, that would have been
Hey,
fucking funny.
How good is it? We're never
69. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. Did that feel?
nice.
Did it feel like? Is it nice being able to set? I don't know. Set boundaries for yourself or restrictions for yourself,
Yeah.
like ahead of time.
Absolutely
Where
it
it's
is.
like there's like past Griffin is like, no, this is what you're doing. Like you have to do this. So it's not like completely Calvin ball.
I've really been trying this season. It's something I've been like really thinking about since Amnesty wrapped up, of like putting going cold turkey on like over preparation.
Yeah.
Because I realize like you know, everything that I have like DM'd and done, I realize has been like over prepared to an extent. And that's because it's scary doing it the other way. And so this random encounter table, which if you've never listened to ECCC, it's the way that I kind of wanted to gamify travel, which D&D has rules for that I don't think make for particularly good radio. So instead, anytime that the team leaves their like main hub to go on a mission, they roll a D100, and then there's 100 different results of something that they will encounter while sort of exploring the Ether Sea. And so that way, it's like I cannot prepare that. And sometimes it could, you know, make parts of the official mission they're going on more difficult. Sometimes it's, you know, it might be they find a treasure or whatever.
Or we find some kind of weird spiky person who lives on the ship.
Right? Yeah. You know, most of it is just like things that will be more or less of a one shot that will take place right in the middle of whatever sort of job they're on. But there was one that, like, I don't have a campaign map at all. Like, I'm imagining the Ether Sea is like a big open world, and I know the forces that, like, live in it and what those people want. I have a big whiteboard, and that's all that's on it. It's just that. Not like, and then in the next episode, they'll find the magic knife that, I don't have that. I have all that
Wait,
stuff.
is there a magic knife you have to tell me?
Because everyone's got a magic knife.
Everyone's got a magic knife. The only thing that was on there that was going to like activate one of those forces, if you will, one of those big dangers, was if you rolled a 1.
Surprise!
And I'll be honest, it happened on the second mission you guys did, and it's so early, because there's things that like haven't even been introduced yet. That I like.
By the way, I'm Todd. Stab, stab, stab.
There are things that haven't been even like introduced yet, like characters and like things that would sort of signpost that stuff. So now it's going to get bad in a way that is like completely alien to everybody, and that's thrilling in a way for me.
Because you're a bad person.
It's not because it's antithetical to how we've done it in the past, where it's not like this big growing threat that like you get to meet the bad guy over and over again, and he teases you like doomsday is coming. It's like ho hum, hey, let's buy a ship, cool, hey, nice new jacket.
And I think overall, to like sum that up, my favorite thing about Ether Sea is that I think it was the first time, as we had gone through different like iterations of the Adventure Zone, that we took a step back from everything the way that we had done it before, and really question, like, is this the best way to do it, or just the way we've done it before? Is this the best way to do it, or just the way we've done it before? And like really reevaluated like what would work best for this campaign. and I love it.
And a big reason for that also is playing with other DMs that we have done in the last couple of years, like Abria and Brennan and Mercer. They're all obviously wicked talented, and I think that doing all that has shown us like a different way we could be doing.
And
stuff.
someday they'll be as good as us.
No, stop it.
Building off that a little bit, I mean, obviously, this time around with ECCC, the world building was collective and public. I mean, I'm told. I haven't listened.
All right. Okay.
Says so on the wiki here. But,
Hey, can we get a new moderator? Whenever we just get a second. Yeah.
Thank you.
Boom. Potion
Thanks,
time.
Danielle. Everybody say thanks,
yeah.
Danielle.
Thank you, Danielle.
But about that, that was a change
Yeah.
from times previously. Did you find that generally a positive experience? Do you think you will do that kind of thing again in future iterations?
I mean,
were there disadvantages to it?
Sometimes they name a big sort of Deus Ex Machina vessel of destruction the biggest baby, and you can't fucking do anything about it.
Other than that, though.
Are we in, like, I felt like it was maybe the most fun I've ever had playing.
What it did, because
game with
the
you
idea
guys.
came from Friends of the Table, right? 'Cause
Right.
They had done that quite a year. And
For their
then-
Marielda season, which is
so
some
good.
of the best storytelling that the medium has ever produced, and you should all go listen to it.
And so we've done panels before, right? And people have asked for advice on like how to get players bought in to the campaign that they're doing, right? And when you literally build the structures of the world together, whether they mean to or not, they will create things within the world that they as a player care about, right? And everybody will work together to make that something that they then care about.
Right.
And so by the time you actually start the campaign, not only is everyone familiar with how everything in the world works, and you don't have to spend like 2 hours explaining the government and the money and whatever, it also means like people already know like the thing of like, I want to go visit this place and check with this place and
Right.
talk to this person and do this thing. What they're there, I know who that is because
Right.
I think it's the best way to do it.
What are you giggling about, Juice?
Because I opened my can quietly.
Yeah.
And you still had to look at me and mouth grip it and rip it.
Yeah.
No bullshit. We're on, before we came here, a very important business call. And I With adults, I silently opened a can
It was
of...
not silent, though.
I silently
You
opened...
held your hand up next to it like you could see the sound.
I silently opened a can of coffee, and Griffin waved at me to get my attention, and then mouth, grip it and rip it. There's no need. It's unnecessary. I'm just trying to enjoy some hydration.
I do love that the major concepts you guys sort of made your own during the world building episodes were the characters, right? Like Dad had all this dope shit about Coral coming to life, and Justin breathed life into Uncle Joshy and his mini works, and Travis was like, sort of developing the parish and its relationship with like the government and all that stuff, and then you all made characters.
But at the same
all in a
time,
row.
because it was turn-based, you could not say, okay, I'm going to create that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's going to be me. Because the next person would say, okay, then this happened. And I can remember saying, oh, man, now I can't do that. But it made it a better product.
If you are trying to like get a group together to play D&D, do that. Do the Quiet Year. It's from Avery Alder. It is fantastic.
Absolutely rules.
Absolutely rules. Play it. Your group will come together around it, and you will have
And don't
a
let
great
our
season.
long-winded 5-episode thing fool you. You could do it in like 2 hours.
You can do it, and yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't want to stop. It was really
That was
a lot of
really
fun.
fun.
really.
Yeah.
Let's broaden things out a little bit. First of all, I wanted
What
to...
is D&D?
Yeah. Dungeons or Dragons?
Don't make me choose.
No, well, as always with just about any live event, particularly Taz events that you guys do, there's a lot of incredible cosplay. If we can quickly acknowledge anyone here tonight in Taz cosplay, if you could stand up real quick.
Yay! Fuck yeah!
Hell yeah!
Oh, God, everyone looks so great.
Oh, oh yeah! Oh, this
Oh, man.
Angus.
This is the best.
Oh, and Angus! You're cutest, Angus!
He's saying stop. They can see my belly button.
Okay, great.
You're
now,
always
everyone.
shouting at
now, if anybody's in One Punch Man cosplay, please.
Which,
We'll get 'em.
beyond the fact that that's super cool to see, it speaks to the rich tapestry you all have woven over the course of these campaigns. This question...
You assume.
You've read on the ball.
Listen to him.
People have said.
Okay.
But Rat2365 asks, what NPC...
They're here? Just kidding, I don't.
They ask, what NPC do you miss from past campaigns the most?
Oh man,
Miss.
God, NPC or not characters that they have played in the past.
You have to ask Rat2365 about
Okay,
that.
fine.
You just said, what NPC do you miss?
NPC is not us.
Yeah.
NPC is
Right.
A network.
Yeah.
So close. NPC that we miss.
No joke, like doing Angus's voice and everything about Angus was so fun. Because I love anytime we can like do a character who like surprises the players and everyone else, and with like a little precocious boy who can then like solve the apocalypse is like about as rich as that gets.
I think Billy from Amnesty was because I think it's a great example of like an absolutely weird turn of events of like casting magic that kind of works and like choosing not to fight someone we normally do, and then like
Then he was a main character who was
and then
incredibly
became, like,
important.
a main character and like ended up having an emotional like arc. It was like that kind of thing represents some of my favorite stuff that happens in the show.
Uncle Oni.
Oh yeah.
Barney.
The funny story about Uncle Oni, who was a homuncula,
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we did Dust.
that Gandhi Dancer created, and I had this idea that since Justin had created Geralt in Balance, and then got to voice
Is that the
Geralt.
horse or
That was the horse.
the horse? Oh, right. Okay. Got it.
Geralt.
He's
He
full of
created
shit.
Geralt,
That's not
I'm
a
just
real.
kidding.
and then you got to voice Geralt.
Yeah, you wanted to do multiple.
I wanted to do Uncle Oni, and the first time Uncle Oni spoke, somebody else jumped in and did his voice. Because
The DM?
apparently I don't do character voices very well.
Also, you were playing. It was a character that could give you information. Were you going to answer your own questions?
Wow, that's an until you just said that, Travis.
That actually relates to another question here, oddly enough.
And
Did you
that's when
answer
it all
that?
fell apart.
Mine is a tie between Festo and Sabor, the turtle.
Yeah, those were great.
I like the idea that you would have two extremely slow talking characters talk to each other repeatedly is so it's so anti-entertainment. But Festo probably edits it out. I thought Festo was extremely fun.
My favorite thing in this, the name came from when you drive from my house on 75 North in Cincinnati, like towards Kings Island. There's just a big, I think they sell like machine parts or something, and the name of the company is Festo.
You know,
And every time I would drive by it, I would just go, Festo! It was just so funny to me.
it's one of those like I see it all the time too. It's one of those like you guys know like adult buildings where like you see a building, it's like, oh, that's for adults. Adults do stuff there.
There's
I'm
no
not-
toys in there.
There's no toys in there. It's adult stuff.
Festo!
Festo!
It's so funny to me every time.
It's nice to have characters that, and I think we've had at least one or two in every campaign where they're unmoved by the stakes of what is going on in your world. To have someone who, and sometimes I bring some of that to the characters I play where it's like someone who's going to be kind of an X factor and doesn't have to be concerning themselves with like moving things forward or the narrative or the stakes or the tone. And it's just kind of like, I don't know. I'm just doing whatever I kind of feel like.
Yeah.
Because that's how most people are on Earth.
Right.
So I think it's a nice energy to bounce off of sometimes. So I like Festo.
Okay, this one will work on going off of that kind of idea. This is from, sorry, let me find it. This is from Arcanum Dice. It was posed to Justin, but I think we can open it to just about anyone. But I
We
will
may
word
not
it.
need to.
I will I'll
I
discuss
may
it
be able to
as
just handle
worded,
it.
and you can start.
Yeah.
Question
Or
for
handle-
Justin.
or do it all.
How do you come up with your characters? They're so different and vibrant. It's hard to believe they're all played by the same person. Now let me angle it a little bit, rather
Yeah,
because
please,
it's
'cause
very
I could go on
it's
for the
very
rest of the
easily a
time.
where do you get your ideas question. But sort of similarly to writing music, I'm a musician, and often we get asked, do you write the words
right,
or the
we get
music
it, Paul.
first? So let's make it kind of a words or music thing. Like, do you have a particular starting, or maybe if there's not a method, at least with a certain character too, was there a particular starting point? Was it the voice? Was it the name? Was it just a particular character trait that you built out from, or did it just sort of come fully formed out of your forehead?
It's important for me to understand the world and the other characters that are going to be in it. I cheat every time we do this because I do it last, because I want to see what components we have and who I think would be an interesting counterpoint to those components. My starting place is usually what is the exact inverse of the character that I played previously. That is usually where I start from. What if I make every opposite choice? Where would I begin? And that's usually the starting point. If I played someone who was high status before, I want to play someone low status after. If I play someone who's like excited about what's going on and dialed in, I want to play someone who's, you know, the opposite of that after. Because I think that's more interesting just performance-wise. And sometimes it takes a long time. I also, and this is something that I did with the Fearbolg that I didn't do a lot beforehand because I wanted to figure out who they were as we played. And I had the luxury of doing that with Taco because it was so sort of generic at the beginning that it was just like, I don't know, he's a wizard. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, I don't know that we'll ever do it again that way, because we remember when we started playing, they were pre-made character sheets that came in the Lost Minds of Phandelver starter kit.
That literally were just listed like human fighter.
Right, and then after we finished the first little like mission, you know, we got online and we're like, okay, if you guys want to actually change it, that's when Merle became a nature cleric, and you know, we changed the characters a little bit, but like we've never done it that way again, where it's like, oh, here guys, I'm gonna throw these character sheets up in the air, and whichever one you grab. There's a reality in which Travis was like, I guess I'll take the cleric one.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh shit, okay, moral.
I always when I play a video game, I love video games are sort of like TV shows that you control. Sorry,
Like a comic book that moves and you move the person.
it's like I don't know if you guys
TV shows are like YouTubes that you watch.
yeah,
on
they're
a
like
box in
long
your house.
YouTubes. They're like super long TikToks. Okay. You're welcome. I always liked that, so that's why I picked Taco. And I will never play a Magic User again because it fucking sucks. It's the pits. Honestly, I
Shots fired.
disagree. No, it's so hard. You don't understand. Like, it's so hard to have. You know what I loved when we were in the bathroom at
Can't wait to see where this sentence goes.
Yeah.
at the auction in ECCC, right? And I'm like, well, I better come up with something to do. And here's the options I have: punch or leave.
Yeah.
You know, like that's it. Punch, kick, or leave. I love that. That's like being able to having those boundaries. Like, especially late stage Taco, we would have these conflicts, and it's like, well, I'm someone who can like summon extra dimensional forces. Like, as someone who's creating an entertainment product on the fly, and you're like shuffling through all these different and you feel this pressure to like come up with something cool and satisfying that doesn't feel like a cheat and feels like funny and exciting, and you have like a million options in front of you. It's so much harder than just to be like, I don't know, I punch and kick, you know?
Right.
And then I have 4 arms, so I have twice the punching options. It's fantastic.
When you're gaming for public consumption,
What kind of sodas do you drink when you're gaming?
what's your most
Ritos, guys?
extreme soda?
Doritos, dough or free?
Ugh.
When you're gaming and knowing it's
You got it. Got there.
when you know it's for public consumption, when this is an entertainment product, in addition to just a thing that you're playing amongst yourself, how prominent is that in your minds as you're doing the show?
I think at this point it's constant. Like it kind of has to be, because if we don't do it, the episode's not going to be very good.
Travis had a good metaphor yesterday with the at the podcasting panel about cheating out, like you did in theater.
So, like when you're doing theater and you're having a conversation with someone, you don't turn all the way. You kind of turn like this so that the audience can still see you. And it's that kind of thing where there has to be a part in your head where you're thinking like the audience is there too, even though like we can't see you obviously because it's being broadcasted out. But like I think about it sometimes when something comes up. Like Griffin will mention something that a character says or like in a narration, and I will think like if we don't address that, someone listening at home is gonna think, what about that thing?
Yeah.
And like, cause that's what I would do if I was listening, right? I'm like, you completely missed that thing. And so like it's finding a balance between not trying to narratively make everything super satisfying and like, because like you also have to play the game and be the character and do the thing.
We used to, I would say in past, I think ECCC is way messier than anything we've done in a way that I love because it's a lot easier to do that than like in past seasons where, you know, we would get to about an hour and one of us would have to go, you know, to a doctor's appointment with one of our kids or, you know, go pick up our kids from daycare.
Or go pick up our doctors from daycare.
Yeah. And we would be like, oh, shit, we need a button. Like, we need somebody say something cool. Like, and you know, that is one of those sorts of considerations for doing
Imagine
it
when you play Dungeons & Dragons at home, if, like, rather than, hey, guys, like, I'm exhausted. I'm going to go home and go to sleep. And everybody's like, okay, good night. If one person's like, wait, we have to have a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Right.
We have to have an exciting cliffhanger to end on. It's like, I'm actually pretty tired, so I am just going to leave.
It has its virtues.
Please thank your mom for the cookies. They were fantastic.
No, playing while knowing that you're playing for an audience like definitely has its virtues because I think that it's a bit messier in ECCC, but we are fully cognizant of like we got to keep the pace up a little bit.
Yeah.
We gotta. We don't want to muddy the waters at all or make anything confusing for the people who are not like fully invested playing the game because it's different for us than it is for the people listening at home. And I think that is like, you know, if you are just playing a home game, like good for your game because you know. You want your players to have fun, and you want the pace to be up, and you don't want things to drag. But yeah, I think especially now that we're going weekly, like I think we recognize like it's better for us to do more stuff and to go down these unexpected turns and not have it be, not have it go through the writer's room, if you will.
It also just helps you make. Like not meta game as much, right? Because it's like, yeah, man, because I want to do that all the time. I love solving problems. I love like figuring it out, right?
Yeah.
And trying to hold myself to like, no, because people are listening, and they'll be like, why would you know that? I'm like, damn it, you're right.
Dad, you don't seem that hung up on being entertaining or engaging. How do you find that balance? I just want to bring you into the conversation a bit more.
Well, it's tough when there's not a millisecond to jump in.
I know. That's why I stop things.
I actually think, okay, to Dad's credit.
Are you kidding me?
Just for the record, y'all.
Unbelievable.
This is why
this reminds me of a story.
So I had a dream.
For the record, none of this is a bit. They are actually like this backstage, at home.
Oh, forget it. Is mine even on? I thought mine was off.
Oh, did that.
Well, I just try to be true to character. This is what's funny. I was about to give him a huge compliment, but screw that.
Never. If you ever tell him what it was going to be, I'll never forget.
I'm going to tell him what it was going to be. One of the things that I think we have progressed farther in is, since the very beginning, is we used to be us playing this game and occasionally lapsing into character accidentally. And I think Justin made a suggestion that can we do more scenes in character? And so that, and writing the graphic novels, that has really kind of brought that into focus too, that instead of the four of us talk, and then occasionally we'll get yelled at for not using a character voice, that we have been playing, and Justin will say it, Can we have that conversation in character? Yeah, which is the way,
It should
be.
Yeah.
And so that has been, I think, a big change, and it's all thanks to Justin, who I love with every part of my heart.
Every part? There's no room for me and Griffin?
You get the spleen.
Yes! When he dies, I get the spleen.
Clint's love is a zero-sum game, you guys.
And Griffin's my brain.
That's right. I am. Lift your arms,
have
puppet
a-
boy.
Griffin's ratatouilleing Dad.
But I have one more thing to say. Did you know this was water?
Yeah.
What did you think it was
I don't-
drinking half of it?
I don't. Well, I mean, I first drank, I knew, but like when you expect something to be, like Sprite. and
Wait,
it's
okay, stop the
Sprite.
show. Are you telling me that you dead-ass opened a can of mystery and just started drinking
No,
it?
I didn't know what it was.
It has a label. It says on it.
What's
Don't
Gassany?
get hung up on that. Get hung up on the fact that Dad was like, oh, a can. Drink.
What did you think
Water,
Emerald
fun.
City Comic Con was going to place in front of you at a panel?
Well, that's why inside me I have a can of STP motor oil.
I have an inside what part of you?
The spleen, buddy.
Damn it! My inheritance!
I have another question for Clint. This is related to a question here. That first phone call or conversation when these guys said, "Hey, you want to play some D&D and record it?" How was that conversation from your perspective?
I can remember that conversation. I was standing outside because I worked
Of our
at
house, looking at us all warm together.
having fun, thinking, boy, I wish I could get in on that action. No, it was the radio station where I used to work was on top of a hill, and I was standing outside talking to him on the phone because apparently, I have too much shrapnel in my body for a phone to work indoors. And they said, hey, listen, Sydney's going to have a baby soon. And I went, what?
Please stop
You
yelling
have
into
to stop
these
yelling
small
into the
mics.
small mics.
Okay. What? And they said, listen, we're trying to log in a couple of shows ahead of time. We were, a lot of the listeners suggested we play D&D with you. And I went, okay. So that was your big story, Paul.
Yeah.
No, I thought it sounded like fun, and I'm so hungry for attention. I would do,
It's only a solely unique trait amongst McElroys.
oh, yeah. Starving for it.
Is that an unopened one now?
Let's have another one sort of.
Gone through 2 already? Are you cool?
Yeah, we're gonna need Paul. I will warn you, Paul. At some point in the next few minutes, we are gonna need a question that is not gonna require the J-Man.
Either that or just like a bucket under his seat.
No, Danielle, no. No, it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
If someone could spare a
But is
taco
anybody
hat.
cosplaying as a chamber pot? Say a word.
Oh my God! I thought you were about to say, "Is anybody cosplaying as a chamber pot?" Certainly, that won't work out. I can't do that.
Because everybody that walks by,
Does anyone have a bag of holding?
Paul, you got to. Paul,
Hey,
you got to
did
take
the
it.
show feel? Did the ECCC feel safe? Yeah, it felt pretty safe until Justin started spitting on the audience like riffraff. So it turned into a fucking icy peach show.
Yeah, it took a very unexpected Gallagher turn.
Yeah.
Okay, here's sort of a broad for everyone. At Mock.
What the fuck is going on?
At Moxelry has asked, "Hey McElroy family, if you had to pick one, which fantasy cat merchant would you choose to keep as a pet?"
That is a very presumptuous question.
None. They're monsters.
I don't know, man. Heathcliff is so big. You could really get a good cuddle.
I have been
on.
getting into fish keeping lately, and I would probably say Felix.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of food though to feed Heathcliff.
Yeah.
So big.
He's a big kitty.
They don't have any scenes where they feed that big kitty some delicious cat food.
Yeah.
We should have had that in the podcast.
Yeah. All right, we're going to do another episode of Amnesty just to explore.
We're not.
I love the cats because I have been very big on the like. Griffin has to constantly pull me back from forcing it more into a multiverse. I love anytime they're like, and there are lots of like connections between the art.
Mostly
like,
Clint McElroy, the planeswalking janitor.
Well, Clint McElroy, the planeswalking janitor, the cats. There's stuff. There's like you did the one sneaky one in Stolen Century.
Yeah, the tight end Taz Knights.
Yeah,
the
Knights,
bonus episode.
Tie-in, but I just wanted to say I like the cast because I like it being a coherent. I think multiverse, is that probably accurate?
I mean, it's more of just an homage.
No, don't
No,
see.
it's
He
not.
does this every
No,
time. No, it's a multiverse.
It is a multiverse. It is there's a connection in graduation that I ran by you and said,
yeah.
I'm going to do this. And you said, okay. And you can't take that
And
back.
also, that balance ties into our world, Earth 616 here that we live in. And in our world, there are the Adventure Zone podcasts, which
Sure.
have all of them in it. So it is connected at least by
Even
that.
Amnesty is connected because Aubrey listens to the Adventure Zone.
Okay. All right. Let's get. Y'all want to talk?
Oh, you want to do it? Okay.
The reason I am not wild about that is I'm being. This is not a joke. 100% serious. When we start something new, when we started Amnesty, which was like our first major season after Balance, I felt really strongly about this. That because Balance was so wild and so like, in their magic ship, they can go anywhere at any time in the whole of existence. I did not want, whenever we made these new worlds, be it, the short arcs or Amnesty or Graduation or now ECCC, for people to not get invested in the new story and new world we were trying to create and instead say, like, I can't fucking wait until the Balance gang shows up. Like, I can't wait for that crossover event because I think that is, however small, a foothold in the past. And I love all those stories that we've told. I love all those characters that we've made. But I also want those stories to be done, right? Like, we mess around with Balance in live shows, but I think, like, we all think of those as, like, fairly one-off, like, not integral to the core
It's
story.
also a lot more durable. I mean, the
Yeah.
balance at this
Right.
point is a lot more there's a lot more flexibility for interpretation, and you're not going to, like, break it.
And there's a difference between, like, doing a one-off live show and, like, if we put that shit in ECCC, then ECCC doesn't feel like its own thing anymore. Like, it's part of this other thing that, like, oh, I like ECCC because sometimes the Balance crew shows up or whatever. Like, that's an extreme version of that, but even like a smaller version
No,
of
that's
that.
why I like Arrow, because sometimes the Legends of Tomorrow show up.
Yeah, like, I don't want that. Like, I want us to be able to tell stories that are different and self-contained, and different people feel different ways about them. And however small you sort of bend the rules there, I feel like it makes it harder to do that. So I in my mind, canonically, there is no crossover multiverse because I feel like, and this can be different for y'all. Y'all make the show too, but I feel like that is not there because then it I don't know. It could all just turn into.
But you're saying maybe.
It could turn into, like, the Adventure Zone Smash Brothers. And, like, I don't want that.
Hey, raise your hand if you don't want Adventure Zone Smash Brothers.
All right, fuck all y'all.
right.
You don't.
Hey, good on you. You and Griffin.
And just to give you a little
You and
context,
Griffin can sit and not play Adventure Zone Smash Brothers while everyone else has a great time.
and just for a little context, Griffin's statement comes from the man who could not resist using the joke, Phantom Sea Coast Go.
It's an homage.
Yeah.
It's a pastiche.
Speaking of that, did you hear that DC is doing this game Multiverses? Did you hear about this? They're doing a platform fighter. Oh, the developers are here. They're doing a platform fighter that has all the DC characters like in Space Jam. They did in Space Jam, but it's like you're gonna have Superman fighting like Shaggy again.
No.
No, I shit you not.
It could be anyone. Anyone could win against you. Maybe it's Scooby.
I could have told you this off mic, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it. We should have told you on stage because that's nothing to do with what we're talking about. Paul, as a moderator, you gotta
gotta
rein
this
in.
in,
bud.
If
But
we could do
to-
it ourselves, you wouldn't be.
I honestly
To
like
those
watching the car
developers,
crash.
if you want to send me a copy, I'll try it.
I will put in a vote that if there is going to be an Adventure Zone Smash Brothers, I would like to see the actual McElroy family involved. as
Oh,
well.
that'd be fun.
Yeah. And you could name some of some of your favorite characters that you'd love to see in it, Paul.
Cooper.
By the way, Paul, Sabor that Justin mentioned earlier is named after you. So if you would listen to the goddamn show, I'd really appreciate it.
I'll listen to those episodes then.
I made him a boring turtle.
I almost spit out whatever's in this can.
It's water.
It's not
At
boring.
this point, it's mostly backwash. But
Here's a question from H34D_empty. The addition of sound effects to ECCC is really great. What inspired you to start adding them to the show? And
That's
talk about-
Rachel
Yeah,
Jacobs,
Rachel is here.
Rachel?
our incredible editor.
Rachel, stand up. Everybody. Where's Rachel?
Why is she
Rachel,
hiding?
hey!
It is Rachel has been editing a Bim Bam and I mean all the shows really since last fall.
When was it, Rachel?
Last what? A year ago.
ago.
And it's for one thing, I used to edit Bim Bam and Taz, and it was like a lot of extra stuff on top of the recording and other stuff, and we were looking for somebody to kind of take that role over for a long time.
Yeah.
Like literal years, and had a couple sort of false starts with it to the point where I was getting discouraged that this is something we're gonna have to do ourselves for a while. And then Rachel came in, and like a couple weeks after that, it was just she took off with it.
we wouldn't have been able to go weekly.
Absolutely,
without Rachel.
absolutely not. Yeah.
No question.
And so when we started ECCC, she was already on board and editing stuff, and I was still making the music and stuff and kind of suggesting like where it should go, but then she started to just add all this extra ambiance and has really brought the thing to life in a way that I feel like we've never even attempted with Adventure Zone or any of our shows, and I think it's incredible, and we're very grateful that she is doing the hard work she's doing.
Does
And she does Urchin's voice.
No.
Paul, do you have an unopened water next to you? Is that?
Jesus.
Justin McElroy.
No, I don't. I'm sorry, Jeff.
What did you do after the show last night?
Oh, what? He's got 3 empty cans.
be
in front of him,
fair,
like, oh, he's gonna die of
I
thirst.
did not drink too much
son.
last night at the My Brother and Me show. My associate, Richard Stink, pounded a lot of White Claw late in after the show. So it's not my fault. Thank you, Paul. I'm up to 48 ounces of this beautiful liquid. I'm loving every drop.
I
beautiful
think I'm more
mystery
concerned about
liquid.
capacity. You're
I
gonna
felt
stand up,
like
your
I was
feet are-
going to die. When I walked in this room, I thought, I hope I don't die here on this stage because I'm so hungover. And now I'm drinking this and I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
And I don't want to stop drinking this because it's fixing
Then you'll have
me.
to face your problems again.
I don't ever drink too much. This is not my fault. My kids aren't here.
That is true.
I got it now. It's got minerals in it.
It's the minerals.
Right.
Yes.
The minerals.
This guy gets it. He loves this beautiful, clear stuff.
Much as I
Beautiful
love
thin
this
gravy.
deep dive on water,
Or deep dive in water.
Paul, you got
Clint
grab it,
McElroy,
man.
ladies and gentlemen.
would you say
friends and neighbors?
Would you say H2O? That was fun.
That was cheap.
That's from another one of our podcasts.
Yeah, it's from our
Paul.
podcast, Paul.
I'm not familiar. Regarding the sound effects, does Rachel have just sort of did you give them like free reign? Just like feel free to insert
mean,
stuff. You have suggestions.
More or less, there was one. What was it? I think it was for a piece of music. I wanted some like waves to be playing like in the background that I could like do weird like flutter effects to make it sort of like this very quiet percussive element in the background. And so I went to Rachel because she'd edited a couple episodes at that point, and I'd heard the sound effects she had been adding, and I was like, where can I get some waves that I can do this? And she was like, oh, well, I just recorded these at some beach. I forget where. Coney Island. They're like, yeah, I just went down to the beach at Coney Island, recorded some waves. And I was like, what the fuck? You can do that? You don't just go to YouTube?
Who did you ask permission for?
Right.
You don't just go rip the audio file from a low-quality sample on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
The travel budget for the Adventure Zone has suddenly skyrocketed.
Yeah,
somehow.
exactly, right? So yeah, it's free reign. Like it was more collaborative I think for like the first few episodes while we were kind of like getting the swing of things. But I mean, she just knocked that out of the park so quick that it's and in my opinion continues to. So yeah, it's been total free reign.
Awesome. There's probably not a whole lot of new folks here, but for those who are new here and who may be listening to this later, Alana94, you have asked, which campaign would you recommend listening to first for someone who's new to Taz, and why?
I mean, I would start with either. Okay, start with
There you
either
go.
C.
Thank you.
Security.
I would say start with either C, mainly because I think we're having a lot of fun with it. It's actively happening now, so you can feel like you're part of the thing that is happening with it and the thing that's going. I always get so frustrated when I find a TV show or like book series or something that I love long after it's done and I have no one to talk to about it. So I think like being a part of it now would make it super fun, and then like going back and like starting at balance and working your way forward. You don't.
What are you doing?
Who brought you?
We barely played the
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I almost always recommend balance just because it's still our flagship product, right? Like it's
I'm feeling more that way about Ether C lately, frankly. But
I mean, I think Ether C is definitely in contention, but I mean, we've only made the graphic novel adaptations of one of the arcs, like. So I think balance is, it's long. It's I was about to say almost 70 episodes, and I don't know why. It's 69.
Nice.
And so like it's an investment to listen to it, but we all feel very strongly about balance, and you can finish it. I almost feel like the opposite of Travis. Like go ahead and finish this like main thing that we've done, and then I think get on board with Ether C just because it's the one that's happening right now, and like we don't know what it's going to be still, and that's like. I think the most fun way to listen to something that doesn't have like some terminus that the people making it are working toward.
I would listen to one of the mini arcs. We did like one that was called Dust, and then Amnesty. The first part of that was a mini arc, and Commitment. And those three, I think if you listen to one of those, just pick a theme that appeals to you and then listen to it. Because I think that like whether or not how they compare to other arcs, like I think you get an idea if you like it or not. Because you may listen to it and be like, these fucking guys.
Same for there's probably a few live shows that would also be good, like the Battle Fest. We did like a WrestleMania live show that was like I feel like everybody was playing their characters.
I mean, Dadlands is a great example of what our thing is.
What do you like?
How do you feel about long walks on the beach?
No, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah. Peacecraft. Okay.
Oh, then you like Graduation. It's weird and anti-entertainment. Enjoy.
Hey. And it was really good. You're framing it like it's a silly thing, not an incredible.
Look at who you're talking to up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Well, thank you very much.
I think Griffin's very funny. Okay.
We only have a couple of minutes left.
Maybe even less than that, Paul. According to my bladder clock here, it says wrap it up, or piss your pants in public. It says here on my watch.
I'm going to read a few final end of panel announcements, but first of all, thank all of you for coming.
Thank you all very much. This is amazing.
Thank you to the McElroys on stage next to me and all sundry McElroys. Some housekeeping. The show tonight, the Taz show tonight, is sold out. Sorry if you don't have a ticket.
I'd like to think all those people cheering didn't get tickets and they're like, no pressure.
The McElroy Family merch booth, number 607. You can get books, stickers, pins, keychains, posters, games, puzzles, and more. I know some things have already sold out, so jump on that. The daily autographs and photo ops with the McElroy family can be purchased from Epic Photo Ops in the Sheraton or via the Emerald City Comic Con website. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. to noon, the McElroy family Q&A is happening in the Sheraton Grand Ballroom with Clint, Justin, Travis, Teresa, Griffin, and Rachel, with yours truly moderating again. Then
He'll do a better job this time.
I'm
He
learning.
did great. Everybody,
Hey,
it's
Paul
Paul
Sabourin.
Lauren!
Sunday, 11 to noon, the Schmanners panel will be in this room with Travis, Teresa, and Clint.
Wait, that's important. Let him hear that part. Say it again, Paul.
Sunday, 11 to noon, Schmanners panel happening here in this room with Travis, Teresa, and Clint. Other upcoming McElroy events, Candle Nights, December 18th. Virtual event benefiting Harmony House. Make sure you listen to that. Buy tickets. Go to the McElroy family, McElroy.family to find more info on everything we do. Justin, I'm going to keep on talking.
I know Paul just mentioned it, but we're about to go do the signing now if anyone wants to come down there.
Yeah, I have been asked if you all can stay in your seats while the McElroys leave the stage. Please avoid eye contact or acknowledging their existence. Thank you all very much and have a wonderful Emerald City Comic Con. Stay safe.
Thank you.